Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it is my great pleasure to introduce our esteemed guest speaker for today's virtual presentation on AI, artificial intelligence. Mr. Jonathan Grant, with a strong background in sales, inventory management, information technology, customer service, and many other fields, Jonathan Grant has consistently demonstrated a track record in various successful professional settings. Equipped with a Bachelor of Science in Operations Management from the University of the West Indies, Jonathan's commitment to academic excellence has been recognized through prestigious scholarships and awards. His passion for personal and professional growth has led him to actively engage in various clubs and organizations, taking on leadership roles and contributing to projects that make a positive impact. Beyond his professional achievements, Jonathan's dedication to community service is truly commendable. Through volunteer work and initiatives such as beautification projects and support for animal welfare organizations, he has shown a deep commitment to making a difference. Today, we are fortunate to have Jonathan share his expertise in artificial intelligence, a rapidly emerging trend across all industries worldwide. With his insights and practical experiences, we can look forward to gaining valuable information on artificial intelligence and how you can take advantage of this new trend for your business. Without further ado, please join me in giving a warm virtual welcome to Mr. Jonathan Grant.
Hi, good afternoon, guys. I hope everyone is doing okay. Everyone hearing me clearly? All right, can I just get a quick thumbs up in the chat if everyone is hearing me? Yes. Okay,
Yes, we can hear you and we can see you clearly.
All right, good. All right, give me 1 second. I'll just start sharing my screen and then I'll begin, okay?
All right, yeah, we can see your slides, so you can go ahead when you're ready.
All right. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jonathan Grant from the UCC's Business Development and Consulting Institute. And today we'll be doing an introduction to AI and automation. So when you think about AI, what's one of the few things that really come to mind? Just get some responses in the chat. All right. So quick work. Yes, I see someone saying quick work. So one of the interesting things that I'll be teaching you about AI is how it is that you can use it to lessen your workload. And that's an important usage, or one of the key usages of AI, especially in today's world of work. Right. So in today's class, you'll hope to discover the transformative power of artificial intelligence and automation and see how they're really revolutionizing the business development. So this presentation will provide a comprehensive overview of the fundamental concepts, some of the applications and benefits of these cutting-edge technologies. All right, so you start to ask yourself first and foremost, what is artificial intelligence? So many of us have an idea of it. Probably some of us have seen the Terminator movie series, right? I do apologize if I do cough. I'm a bit under the weather. right? But it's all those things and more, right? So artificial intelligence really refers to the development of computer systems that are really capable of performing tasks that would require human intelligence, right? Such as learning, problem solving, and decision making and perception. And it utilizes advanced algorithms and statistical models to analyze data, recognize patterns, and automate various processes. So there are two key concepts that really comes to mind when you're thinking about AI, right? One would be one, machine learning, and two, deep learning. So the difference would be one, machine learning would really be a subset of AI that enables the system to learn and improve from experience without being explicitly programmed. And it uses statistical techniques to give computers the ability to learn from the data. So this is where the pattern recognition aspect would come into play, because most of the inferences that you'll be using over time would be consistent with the data that will be inputted, right? So after a while of assessing that data, and it keeps on refreshing the data and information as you go along, right? And from there, it will learn how to program itself to answer in the way that you think or the way that you would desire, right? While deep learning would be more advanced within machine learning, while it uses multi-layered neural networks to learn from vast amounts of data, right? So it excels at tasks like image recognition, natural language processing, and speech generation. So for example, you have AI now that you can just, for example, take a picture of the food for those persons who are in the gym and you want to watch like a calorie intake. There are actually apps now that you take a picture of what they're eating, and then sometimes without even listing the ingredients that are in what it is that you're eating, they can tell you the amount of calorie intake, and that's given based off the different information that they would have. They probably do a cross-reference research on the different recipes, the average recipe. They probably take the picture and probably look at it and estimate the weight based off of different images that it would have, take the information from different sources as well, right? So in the application process, machine learning and deep learning provide learning power to a wide range of AI applications, from virtual assistants to chatbots to predictive analytical and automated vehicles. I apologize, right? So they're driving innovation across industries. So there are a few concepts in the natural language processing that you really need to understand to be able to truly delve into the world of AI. So one feature would be text analysis, and that would be the NLP, I should say, natural language processing, that enables the computer to analyze and understand human language, allowing them to attract insights from unstructured text data, right? You also have conversational AI, right, where natural language processing would power the conversational AI systems like chatbots and virtual assistants, enabling them to engage in natural human-like dialogue. And it's the reason why you can be best friends with ChatGPT, or for those persons who use WhatsApp now, right? There is a AI assistant that you can even go on it and ask for jokes. And funnily enough, many persons wouldn't even think of Siri being a member of AI or being a AI system. But many persons in the past would have been asking, hey Siri, can you give me a joke? Or hey Siri, do you love me? Right? And then you'll hear the conversation starting to come back to you as if it's a person talking to you, right? There's also language understanding aspect that comes under natural language processing, right? Because these techniques would include different insights. It wouldn't necessarily have direct communication for everything, because of course, you know that some things are said while other things are implied. So things such as sentiment analysis, entity recognition, and topic modeling can help the businesses gain valuable insight from large volumes of text. There's also a thing called computer vision. So what computer vision is, it's a field of artificial intelligence that enables the machines to interpret and understand digital images and videos. So it involves the development of algorithms and models that can recognize and process visual information, much like a human visual system, right? So even on Google now, you have the picture aspect that you'd have to type into Google and search for what it is you're searching for manually. So if it is that you cannot adequately describe what it is you're searching for, right? You'll be searching through the images, just searching. No, you can just take a picture, right? And then Google will cross-reference it with the different images that will be uploaded to Google, right? And then from there, they would give the ones closest to that image, right? So these has a wide range of applications from automated vehicles and facial recognition to medical imaging and industrial automation. And it also plays a crucial role in enabling machines to perceive and interact with the world around them. There's also the usage of the most common one that you would know, right? And that would be robotics and automation. So when people think AI, they automatically think, okay, the world is going to end. You know, the Terminator series, Sarah Connor is going to come out of nowhere, out of some portal, right? And then you're probably going to have Arnold Schwarzenegger saying, I'll be back, or something of the sort, right? However, that's not necessarily the case, but it is often used in robotics and automation, right? So robots are transforming businesses across industries by from manufacturing to healthcare. So advanced robotics can automate repetitive tasks, increase efficiency, and enhance productivity. So the rise of collaborative robots or cobots are designed to work alongside humans, enhancing their capabilities and relieving them of the tedious work. So cobots are user-friendly, flexible, and safe. So even in today's world of medicine, you have surgical bots that are there now that are more efficient at doing their jobs than even trained, seasoned surgeons, right? So there's more precisions in the cut, there's less fatalities, and there is less likeliness for you to get a bad surgery, right? Leading to less likeliness for you to sue the hospital for that bad surgery. All right. So we now delve into the part that really concerns us, because you're probably there sitting down thinking, okay, I get the idea of where you're going with this, you know, robots, robotics, AI, technology, but how does it really tie into the usage of business? How can I use this to build my business? How can I use this to really gain revenue, right? So the first step would be process automation. So AI-powered automation can streamline repetitive tasks, increasing efficiency and productivity across various business functions, such as customer service, finance, and operations. The second would be predictive analytics, right? So AI algorithms can analyze large databases that uncover patterns and trends, enabling the businesses to make more informed decisions and predictions about market trends, customer behaviors, and risks. Number three would be personalized customer experience. So AI-driven chatbots, recommended systems, as well as personalization tools can enhance the customer experience by providing tailored, real-time interaction and recommendations. So can you imagine owning a business, right? You are one of the only persons working there, because it's the reality for majority of the entrepreneurs in this space, right? So for a show of on all those persons who would be entrepreneurs, and you can remember the starting years when it's just you alone and God, right? You have no one to cry to, no one to turn to, but you know you have to get it done. Now imagine if you are someone bringing in a minimum of 200 clients per month, right? You as a one-man team wouldn't be able to respond to all 200 clients. And of course, you would have a loss of sales. And of course, that would lead to a loss of customers, because they would find other alternatives to you, right? Who unfortunately may be better than you, right? If it is what that they had some form of chatbot that they could respond in real time to at least say, okay, I feel like I am being heard, I am being responded to, I am being, most importantly, retained to your business, right? It allows for a sense of satisfaction as well as more appreciation for your business as well, right? And number four would be intelligent decision making. So AI systems can assist in complex decision-making processes by quickly evaluating multiple scenarios, identifying optimal solutions, as well as providing data-driven insights to provide strategic business decisions. Now, there are some limitations and challenges of AI. One would be the complexity. So the development of advanced AI systems is highly complex, requiring expertise in areas such as machine learning, data processing, and of course, software engineering. Two, it would be data dependency. So AI systems are heavily reliant on quality, as well as it's garbage in, garbage out. That's literally the hard rule for majority of AI, right? So the higher the quality of information and representative data that you use to train your AI system, the more functionally effective it is, right? So gathering, cleaning, and curating this data can be time consuming and challenging, of course. And then there's the third and final one that would be biasness and fairness, right? So AI models can unintentionally reflect and amplify societal biases present in the data used to train them. And this might not necessarily be due to your influence or the person who's running the business's influence, but because of the access of the information that is available to it, right? So if it's doing a cross-reference and majority of the persons uploading would be supporting of a certain view, right? This will, of course, skew the data and skew the information, therefore reinforcing that ideology. And that ideology would be what would be reflected, right? So it really leads to the concerns about fairness and ethical implications because, of course, if there exists that implication in the information used to train it, it's going to reflect that information. So many people really wonder, okay, so where are we going with this? Don't you think we're progressing too fast? And some may argue, yes. Some of the world's greatest minds in technology would argue and say that we are probably rushing or doing a bit too much than we probably should be doing at this point in time. We're lingering in things that don't concern us, playing God for some aspects of it, right? So we just created a sort of timeline to really understand. So the future of AI and automation. So you have continued advancement. So rapid progress in the AI and automation technologies will lead to increasingly intelligent and capable systems that can take on more complex tasks and workflows. Two would be enhanced human-machine collaboration, which is very important. So AI and automation will be integrated more seamlessly with human workers, augmenting our capabilities and allowing us to focus on high-value creative work. So for those persons who probably have a lot of work to do at a short period of time, right? And you know, you're probably there, your manager's breathing down your neck and you need to get the work done. And you say, okay, all right, this looks relatively easy. And you sit and you go to do the information. As you sit, you just look at the screen blank. And you're wondering, what will I do? Right? You reach a writer's block because you're not really able to focus on the high value creative work, but you're more focused on writing it. Whereas if you use, for example, ChatGPT, right? You type in your ideas, you probably eloquate or add more information, relevant information to kind of direct the direction that you would want the conversation to take place. You probably make note of the tonality that you want it to have. You probably make inference to certain speaking points that you would want it to have, the relevant research that you want it to do, right? And then you allow it to write for you, and then probably you just review and refresh that information based off what you would give into it, right? Allowing you to really focus on the high value, the things that really matter, bringing across the information. And then, of course, the third point of the future of automation would be the ethical considerations. So as AI and automation become more pervasive, they will need to grapple with important ethical questions around privacy, biases, job displacement. That's a very important one that many persons are worried about, and the responsibility of the development of these technologies. So these are just a few conclusions and key takeaways before we go off into a second section where we would like to advertise a possible workshop that we might be planning, right, based off your reception to it. But just a few of the conclusions and key takeaways that we would have. The power of AI and automation. So AI and automation are transforming businesses, increasing efficiency and unlocking new possibilities. So embracing these technologies can provide a strategic advantage to any business. Responsible implementation. So as AI and automation becomes more prevalent, it's crucial to address the ethical concerns and ensure these technologies are used responsibly to benefit both the business and society. So not because it's cheaper to use AI or more. I wouldn't argue the point of not using it because it's more efficient, but not because it's cheaper to use AI assistance rather than actual human assistance mean that it's the best thing, right? Because one, you'll be putting actual human beings out of a source of income, while two, AI would not be able to adequately answer some of the questions that, of course, would need things such as intuition, human empathy, right? Or, just that human touch, humanistic touch to responses based off of the information. Probably it's something a bit personal, and you'll need to tailor that information a bit more. AI wouldn't necessarily have the ability to infer all of that, pick up on the implied human emotion, and of course, tailor the response based off of that. And then thirdly, you would have the continuous learning. So the field of AI and automation is rapidly evolving. So staying informed and adaptable is key to leveraging these technologies effective in the long term. All right. So now we reach to the most important part, right? So we are actually in the stage of developing a framework where we can not only teach this to you face to face, but actually, not face to face as in like in person, but face to face as in like over conversation, right? But actually to train you to build your own business or expand your business as well as improve the power of your business, right, through the uses of AI. And so we have the Introducing the AI for You program by the UCC's BDCI, where we'll empower your business growth with comprehensive training in Jot Forms, Zapier, Google Sites, and ChatGPT, as well as other platforms that we have, at least I would have personally used, right? I'm sure we all have personally used these as well, right? And unlock the power of automation and artificial intelligence to streamline the process and drive innovation. So the first that we would cover would be the ChatGPT integration, the dive into the world of conversational AI. And here we'll explore how to integrate ChatGPT, the advanced languaging model, into your website or customer support systems, right? Unlocking personalized assistance, improving customer engagement, and streamlining the communication process with this powerful conversational AI technology. We'll also look at Jot Forms and Zapier automation classes, where we'll have you learn how to create customized forms, create personalized forms and surveys that have auto responses to it, tailored to your unique business needs as well as customer preferences. And one important factor that I like to highlight when dealing with Jot Forms is one, the ease of use, two, the accessibility, three, the convenience, right? And four, more importantly, four, the auto response features, right? So how Jot Forms work is that you would create the form and persons can go on your website, access the Jot form, put in the order, and then when you program your invoice to automatically send off, it will be sent one to the person who has made the purchase. Then it will go into the pending for your approval, and you do your necessary approvals or assigning to your team members, right? As well as one of the best parts that I like about it is that it automatically emails you a copy of the invoice as well. What this means is that all of those woes that you would have with, of course, when it comes around to tax season and you're looking for all of your receipts, you can't find your sales. And so if you use it as your centralized system, you already have that part out of the way because it literally compiles everything for you. It gives you both the listing, the pricing, the information, all of that, that you would have already programmed into it. And it compiles all of that on the invoices for you and automatically sends, lessening the risk of humanistic error, right? Workflow automation, so you'll discover the power of Zapier to seamlessly connect your apps and automate repetitive tasks, eliminating manual processing and boosting efficiency. Another aspect that I personally use on my business is that on my registration forms, once it is that a customer registers on my business website, I don't have to touch my phone. It just automatically updates with the information. I just get a notification. Oh, somebody registered. Okay, cool. Right. And then I can just go into my Google contacts because I would have already done the automation framework. Right. And then once they registered on it, I have all the information on my phone, the birthday saved under the contacts. If it is that they chose to upload a picture, the picture is also saved on the Google photo, right, with all of their information, as well as integrated solution. So you explore how to integrate JotForms and Zapier to streamline your operations, cross-application usage, right, as well as to streamline your operations to reduce errors and create a cohesive data-driven ecosystem for your business. So you're practically building your own software for your business, right? As well as another thing that I like about Zapier is that for persons who would have the accounting, a similar accounting issue, one of the issues that we have finalized or I would have understood how to finally fix would be where once it is that the order is made on the jot forms, it would automatically one reflect in your QuickBooks, right? As well as if it is that you use inventory management systems such as Zoho Inventory, right? It would automatically be either deducted or added based off of the nature of the purchase, right? Excuse me. The third would be Google site development, where you'd unlock the potential to create your online presence with the power of Google Sites. So you'll explore the design principles, create compelling content, and optimize your website to attract and engage customers, as well as unlock the full potential of this versatile platform to build your professional, visually, digitally appealing home for your business. So one issue that I would have realized would be where many persons, even though they're bringing in traction, they are not online. They don't have an online presence. It can't be that you're a business person and I'm searching in 2024, searching you up and I can't find any digital footprint of you. You're not on Instagram, you're not on that. You don't even have a website. So we will teach you how to create a website, how to ensure that you have search engine optimization, SEO, and that's very important to ensure that you're discoverable on the internet and ensure that once it is that person start even typing in a few of the letters, you would come up, right? So this, as well as many other courses, will be offered, right? So unlock the potential of AI and automation for your business. And our program is really designed to empower businesses of all sizes to harness the transformative power of AI and automation. So it's whether you're a startup entrepreneur or a seasoned business owner or an expert-led session with our expert-led sessions will equip you with the skills and knowledge needed to drive successfully in today's digital landscape. So don't really miss out. Don't miss out on this opportunity. You cannot let this miss you, right? To propel your business towards growth and innovation. So join the program and unlock the potential of AI-driven solutions for your organization. And together, let's shape the future of business with AI. All right. So for any inquiries or so, you can contact us here, either me, Jonathan Grant. This is my email, right? or you can come into our office at 17 Worthington Avenue, right? Or you can find us online at bdci.co, and that's our website, and you can ask any questions or queries that you have there. All right, thank you guys for having me. All right, and this is now the end of the presentation.
All right, if
Thank
you guys have any questions, you can raise your hand and I'll give you a chance to speak, or you can leave it in the Q&A chat and we'll read it out and Mr. Grant will answer all the questions. All
All
right,
right.
Deborah White, I see your hand up. You can go ahead and ask a question.
Yes, I'd like to know what is the delivery mode for the future courses? Is it going to be face-to-face or online?
Oh, majority of our classes will be online. I think all of our classes will be online, to really allow for persons who would be unable to attend in person, because I do understand, one, persons have work, right? And two, that persons may not be able to come into our Kingston office, and probably you're someone who is further out, right? So it would be online.
Thank you.
Okay, we have Kyle Lewis. He's asking if you could repeat the website.
I'll type it in the chat. So the UCC's website would be bdci.co, and that is our business website. That's the UCC's Business Development and Consulting Institute. Right. You can also find our socials on Instagram at UCC BDCI. Correct me if I'm wrong, so man. That'll be it.
Yes, that's right.
Right. You'll find us as UCC BDCI on Instagram as well.
Once again, Mr. Grant, thank you very much for that informative presentation. And I'm sure everyone here learned a lot about AI and how they can apply it to their business. And I do hope that they use it, because it's a trend that it's transforming the world and it can make your process a lot easier, especially if you're a sole trader, when you're just starting out, or even if you've been operating for a while now, applying AI to your business, that will help you boost your business by a lot, streamline the process and so on. So thank you everyone for joining this webinar today, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and weekend.